You think you don't have enough time. You're wrong. Seneca wrote a book 2,000 years ago called On the Shortness of Life. His argument? You have plenty of time. You're just wasting it. On things that don't matter. On other people's priorities. On distractions you'll forget tomorrow. He had a system for fixing this. It still works today. Let me show you. Welcome back to Stoic Pathways. Today we're breaking down Seneca's time management wisdom. This isn't productivity hacks. This is philosophy that cuts through the noise. Seneca was one of Rome's wealthiest men, advisor to emperors, playwright, philosopher. He understood time better than anyone. In the next 6 minutes, I'll give you his 4 most powerful lessons. Let's begin. You're not short on time, you're wasting it. Here's Seneca's brutal truth. Most people aren't busy. They're distracted. They complain about having no time while spending 3 hours on social media. They say they're too busy while watching Netflix for 2 hours every night. They claim they can't find time to exercise while scrolling for an hour before bed. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements if it were all well invested." The problem isn't time, it's investment. You have 168 hours every week. If you sleep 8 hours a night, that's 56 hours gone. You have 112 hours left. Even if you work 60 hours, you still have 52 hours. That's an entire work week just sitting there unused. Where does it go? Seneca identified the thief, other people's priorities. You spend hours in meetings that accomplish nothing, doing favors for people who'd never do the same for you, attending events you don't care about, checking email constantly because someone might need something. Your time gets stolen because you never protected it. Most of life is spent not living. Seneca watched people rush around claiming to be busy, but when he looked closer, they weren't doing anything meaningful. They were existing, not living. He wrote, "People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy." You protect your money obsessively. Someone asks to borrow $20, you think about it, but someone asks for 20 minutes? You give it away without thinking. You'll argue over a bad meal that cost $15, but you'll waste 15 minutes scrolling without a second thought. Why? Because you can't see time being spent. It's invisible, so you treat it like it's infinite. Seneca's test. What did you do yesterday? Can you account for every hour? Most people can't. They remember work, maybe a meal. The rest? Gone. Vanished. Hours they'll never get back. Spent on nothing they'll remember. That's not living. That's sleepwalking through life. Here's the practice. Tonight before bed, write down how you spent your day, hour by hour. Be honest. How much time went to things that actually mattered to you? How much went to things that mattered to others? How much went to nothing at all? The answer will shock you. You have more time than you think. You're just giving it away. You don't own tomorrow, only now. People live like they're immortal. They say, "I'll start that business next year. I'll travel when I retire. I'll spend time with family when work slows down." Seneca called this delusion. He wrote, "You live as if you were destined to live forever. Your own frailty never occurs to you. You don't have tomorrow. You have now. This moment. Right here. That's it. Everything else is imagination. You might wake up tomorrow. You might not. You might have 30 more years. You might have 30 more days. You don't know. No one does. So stop acting like you have infinite time to do what matters." Seneca's solution? Treat today like it might be your last. Not in a panicked way, in a focused way. If today was your last day, what would you do? Probably not waste 3 hours on social media. Probably not spend 2 hours in a pointless meeting. Probably not argue with strangers on the internet. You do what matters. Talk to people you love. Create something meaningful. Experience something beautiful. You don't need to live every day like it's your last, but you should live every day like it counts. Because it does. Each day that passes is gone forever. You can't save time. You can't get it back. You can only spend it. The question is, are you spending it on what matters? Or are you spending it on what's easy? Leisure without purpose is just laziness. Here's where Seneca gets controversial. Rest is important, but most people don't rest. They escape. They numb themselves with entertainment. They scroll mindlessly. They binge-watch shows they won't remember. They call it relaxation. Seneca called it waste. He wrote, "Leisure without literature is death and burial alive." Replace literature with learning, with creating, with something that enriches you. True rest restores you. Mindless distraction just drains you slower. There's a difference between resting and rotting. Seneca rested by reading philosophy, writing letters, having meaningful conversations. His leisure had purpose. It made him better. Modern leisure makes you worse. You end a Netflix binge feeling more tired than when you started. You scroll for an hour and feel emptier. That's not rest. That's escapism. The test: how do you feel after? Real rest leaves you energized, recharged, ready. Escapism leaves you guilty, foggy, drained. If your relaxation makes you feel worse, it's not relaxation. It's avoidance. Seneca would tell you to read a book, learn a skill, have a real conversation, do something that adds to your life instead of subtracting from it. So that's Seneca on time management. You're not short on time, you're wasting it. Most of life is spent not living. You don't own tomorrow, only now. And leisure without purpose is just laziness. This isn't about being productive every second. It's about being intentional, about protecting your time like it's your most valuable resource. Because it is. Here's your practice. Track your time for 3 days, every hour. See where it actually goes. You'll find hours you didn't know you had. Then ask, what matters to me? What do I want to be true about my life? Now align your time with that answer. That's Seneca's wisdom, 2,000 years old. Still works. If you want more Stoic philosophy that actually improves your life, subscribe to Stoic Pathways, hit the bell. We post every week. Now go use your time well. Seneca would be proud.